the gift of the Most High Elohim to give. How we prepare and we believe that the restoration of Biafra is not in the gift of man to give. No single man can ever give you Biafra. It's impossible. Biafra is the gift of the Most High Elohim to give. How we prepare and position ourselves on this very earth, both physically and spiritually, will determine if God will love us enough to give us his kingdom on the face of this very earth. That was why in his infinite mercy, Eastern Security Network was established to secure our land. And anybody foolish enough, anybody stupid enough to seek confrontation with us, as I have said previously, before you come to look for us, before you enter into our forest to perhaps die, you all will perish anyway. Look at Yemen, look at Somalia, and Syria. Let them be at the back of your minds. Whoever is charged with making that very decision to launch an armed confrontation against the Eastern Security Network. I'm saying this to the hearing of the whole world. As you all know me, I do not do anything in secret. Everything we do is out in the open. Anybody foolish enough, because I know the Janjaweed, they're very foolish. You know, the Fulani, they have what I call the mentality or the mindset of Mohammed Siad Barre, the erstwhile president of Somalia. They never reason, they never listen. They are not intelligent enough to understand when the end has come. The only people supporting them is Britain. And we are not going to fool ourselves. Britain does wield a very considerable clout. They are taking our oil in our land. Now they have found gold also in the north. So the zoo has never failed, not once in its entire, should I say, 60-year history, to serve the interest of our colonial masters, those that created us. People say God created. I said to them, you are very, very foolish. God never created Nigeria. A man and a woman did. They are mortal flesh and they are dead. The same way they died is how the zoo is going to die. Nobody can save Nigeria. Nobody can. Because it is written. How I want people, those who are averse to history, those who don't understand history very well, even those who claim they are writers, they are novelists. You know the thing about we black people, once you do something and you get accolade or praise from white people or from BBC, you think you've arrived. That's the one thing about our people. You think once they give you one award or the other, once a white man confers that legitimacy or validity on your work or your talent, you feel you've arrived. One major mistake that black people always make. Efforts to divide the... How has it been possible to keep Nigeria as one, as a failed state that it is, as a terror-ravaged contraption that it is, as an abomination that it is? How have they managed to keep Nigeria together? Look no further than what happened during the End SARS protest. When I preach all the time and I say to black people that your mental weakness, Your inability to reason properly is why you are suffering. They say it's an insult. No, it is not. They managed to divide those who are protesting by introducing two key elements they know will appeal to their primordial instincts. What are those? Religion and ethnicity. Let me tell you something you don't understand. That is the only instrument the Europeans had to divide and conquer Africa. What they did was to pass it on to the Fulani Janjaweed. And with the help of the Fulefus and traitors in our midst, in the entire South, both Yoruba and in Biafra, both in Oduduwa and in Biafra, it appears that they have managed to now gain the upper hand in the past decades. These continued efforts to divide the East, I can assure them tonight, has failed and will continue to fail. And I want our people from Igodomigodo to Bakassi, from Idoma land to Opobo to understand this. They come to you, they plead with you to amplify your ethnicity against one another. It's a very clever trick. Whereas over the years, if not since the coming of this Janjaweed Caliphate government of the dead body, before now, it was IPOB and Radio Biafra that made it possible for people to distinguish between a Fulani and a person. Before, I'm sure all of you go back to your history. You see, Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani. It was on this very platform, painstakingly, we lectured and educated people to understand that Hausa is different from Fulani. The same people who they're like parasites. The same people who over the years, we are trying as much as possible to have this cohesion between Fulani and Hausa together as one political bloc. When they come to our land, they tell you
Good evening and welcome to this special edition of our normal broadcast. And I welcome you and I greet you according to your time zone, regardless of where you are. We are live, we are direct. It is 29 minutes on top of the hour. 29 minutes on top of the hour, regardless of your place of domicile. We are live, we are direct. If you are joining, kindly invite other people to join by sharing this program. Share this program to invite others to join, because we are going to be doing something that is going to be extraordinary. I will be passing through to you a very, very vital information that you've been seeking to answer your questions. I'll be passing to you information that is going to be answering all your questions, because there is a question someone threw today in one of the platform that says Mazi Nnamdi. That question is the question I am going to answer to you. And before the end of this program, if you are genuinely seeking and asking questions as such, you are going with your answers. All you need to do is to share the video, stay put, do not go anywhere. We are going to grasp all the information that we require. Share this video, and while we are here, while we are talking, I want you, while I am talking, if it is important, while I am telling you, giving you this information, and why I am going to give you this information without looking back is because I have not. Let's leave it there. But I will give you all the informations and the answers that you seek tonight. Just make sure you stick around, invite others. I am going to read the question that make to dig deeper to get more information with regards to what exactly transpired in Kenya. I am going to read that. I am going to read that question that someone asked. The number one questions that someone asked today, or they've been asking all this while, or this question. Number one of them is, who arranged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's flight? Who arranged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's flight to Kenya? Number two question is, who received him in Kenya? While number three question is, who knew about his kidnap for 8 days and kept quiet? Number four question is, how come the DOS and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family didn't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was missing for 8 days? And as well, they didn't raise alarm. Does that mean that they did not care about him? Number five question states, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was betrayed by Simon Ekpa, Nelly, and co, as some people claim, then why didn't KANUNTA Kanu raise alarm about his brother's disappearance despite getting the information before anyone else? And number six question, why has been acting lukewarm over the abductions of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is the supreme leader of this movement? Number seven question is, why has the DOS never called for a revolution which is in line with the teachings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? And eighth question is, why did the DOS suspend Nelly, the accuser, while allowing Nnenaya, the accused, to continue in her role without investigation? Number nine question is, who wrote on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's page or pages that he will be coming online when he was actually missing? Number 10 question is, that's number 9 question, because I will not be answering that number 9 question. Who wrote on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wall? Because what I am here to tell you is a factual data. I do not want to say what I did not know. What I am telling you is the information that I received. Like I told you, I received this information from someone very close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, very close to his legal counsel, very, very close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his family. It is not just a passerby. So all this information, I gathered it from him. So, and I am going to give you evidence to show you that this person is actually very, very close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am going to make his information. I have requested from him, I've sent him a text to request from him to make his information available in the public domain. I am also going to make his handle available in the public domain in case if you want to ask him some questions with us to the struggle from the beginning of the struggle until date. He is in a good position to give you every information that you seek. Those are the people who believe that those shenanigans that is playing in the social media, it is not yet important to be discussed. Those are the people who believe that those of you who are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name just for your own benefit is not important to be discussing, because they are doing a very, very significant thing on the ground. So, like I said, I have requested from him, waiting for his response. If he respond after this program, I'm going to post to his page. You can invite him to anywhere you want to invite him to answer the same thing that I am telling you tonight, or more, because he obviously more. So, all those questions that is outlined here, except the number 9, who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu online when he was actually, I am not going to be at one because I did not get that information. Why announce those who are not involved in the kidnapping but involved? I am going to answer you that as well. Katie, I'm going to give you all these answers. If you pay attention, and I want to share the video, involve these people who are still not aware of what's going on. Invite them to be here while I am answering this question. If you have more questions, you are even entitled to send it to the comment section. I will take those questions if there is time. If time permit me, I will take those questions. And I've also sent a request to see if I will be able to phone this great ally of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is on the ground to join this program. So that is subject to confirmation. Like I told you, his information that I am going to post is subject to confirmation. Once he give me go ahead, I am going to publish it, and you will answer. He will answer all your questions. He will answer all your questions. He is someone that, if the legal counsel, if you need information from the legal counsel, he can easily call the legal counsel, direct call, and they will give him every information that he desire to know. But stay tuned. Make sure you do not go anywhere. Let me start with this question: who arranged the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's flight to Kenya? Who arranged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's flight to Kenya? Who arranged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's flight to Kenya? That question that is asked, I did not care to get the information. The reason why I did not care to get the information is number one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know how many months? Do you know how long Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya? Do you know how long Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya for more than a month before his abduction. He was in Kenya. That's the reason why it was insignificant for me to ask a question who arranged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's flight. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya for more than a month. So if eventually who arranged his flight was going to set him up, that means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to be picked up in Kenya the same day he arrived in Kenya. Common sense, a theory. So I am scrapping the number one question as well. Number two question, who received him in Kenya? The information of who received him in Kenya. Do you know that the DOS does not know about who received Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya? The DOS does not know who the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu flew to Kenya. And this person who received Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, he is still anonymous, even up until today. The person who went to pick, who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was going to meet in the airport, he is still anonymous, even up until today. Which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in a good position to say those things when he feel like he want to reveal it to Biafrans. So I am also going to scrap it out because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was with this person for 1 month, the person who received him in Kenya. And no one is able to give account of who was that. For 1 month, he was with this person in Kenya, the person who received him in Kenya. So, number three question, who knew about his kidnap for 8 days and kept quiet? The person who knew about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnapped was his family members. And the reason why they kept quiet, so many people, they like to, believe that that's exactly the reason why I advise everybody. If you do not have a solid evidence, do not tag a person a criminal. Do not call a person a criminal. That is the reason why when you see me here, you expect me to call DOS is a criminal when I am not aware what they have done that made them a criminal. You expect me to say Simon Ekpa is a criminal when I am not aware of what he did to tag him a criminal. So that is the reason why I do not do any name tagging without evidence. So the person who knows, let's say that Mr. KANUNTA Kanu knows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted for 8 days. Do you know a question you will be asking yourself? Do you think that Nigeria government wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive? Do you think that Nigeria government wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive? That is number one question you need to also add to this question that you ask, who knew about the 8 days abduction and never raised an alarm? Number one, Nigeria government does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive. So if the person who knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted for 8 days kept quiet consciously or kept quiet without any reason, or reason being that he is in cahoot with the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, pay very good attention, because I know that many of you are very, very gullible and will be ready to quote me out of context. Pay very, very good attention. So, if that person who knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted, according to your theory, for 8 days without raising an alarm, can I tell you the reason? Can I tell you the reason? Do you remember before all these things, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu openly gave you a prayer. Before the prayer, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you that he will go to Nigeria. That prayer Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave you to pray, I want you to ask yourself, is that a coincidence? All of a sudden, he gave you a prayer. After some weeks, you heard about his abduction. And then the family member heard it, they didn't raise alarm. You need to ask yourself a very, very important question. And that question is going to come to your head when we are finishing this program. That question is going to come to your head when we are finishing this program. I hope we are still live. I hope that we are still live and direct. So the reason why I said when I finish this, you will ask yourself a question is that I am going to speak to you only but the truth. If I add my own, let Chukwu Kikabiama destroy me and every good thing that I wish to have or have already. Because I am speaking to you nothing but the truth of Chukwu Kikabiama. Because in this struggle, we must be whiter than white, we must be whiter than snow. And where this information came from, I am 100% sure of who gave this information. I have dined with him. I have sat with him. You know, we have done many things without even knowing that a day like this is going to come. We have done many things. He is one of the reasons why. He was one of the reasons why I started paying attention to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So that is the reason why I am telling you that what I am giving to you tonight is a factual data. So, number one, Nigeria government does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive. If they caught Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without anybody being aware of them catching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you think that you will still hear about Mazi Nnamdi Kanus today? Do you think that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not consciously gave in to Nigeria government for them to capture him, do you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be captured by the Nigeria government? These are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. Prayer, fasting, I will go to Nigeria. He will go to Nigeria. So now, everything that happened, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew it in advance. It is not everything that you will expect someone. There are people, someone like, people that you are accusing, but yet they did not even come to defend themselves in the public while you keep accusing them. Do you know the reason why they do not come to defend themselves in public, even though you are accusing them in public? Is because they know that some people and some accusation are inconsequential, and they know nobody apology for what they know that they are doing that is right. They hold nobody apology. They are not apologetic for doing the right thing. That is the reason why they are not willing to come to the public domain to tell you, I didn't do it. I did it. They have no time for that because they know that the truth will prevail after you must have shown yourself to be the enemy to this struggle of IPOB. That is what is coming out. I believe that the reason why I got this information is that the people who are the enemy to this struggle, they have shown themselves already. And that is the reason why I will be telling you this information tonight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I stand to tell you that he know that he is going to be intercepted by Nigeria government and their accomplices in Kenya. Therefore, whoever that got the information, the reason why they did not kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya was because he told those people. They knew that there is someone who is keeping tabs on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of where he is, where he goes, and what is happening where he is. That is the reason why, because they got the information that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people already know his whereabouts and what is happening to him, as they were conducting their evil assignment, believing that they are clever. They did not know about that. And the reason why whoever that you claim that got the information for 8 days and did not raise an alarm was because he does not want. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already planned everything. One question I want to ask you: the main phone of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the Nigeria government got it? Do you believe that there is any evidence from a cell device that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in possession of that day that Nigeria government have? They do not have any. The phone that Mazi Nnamdi, the main phone and the main computer that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu uses, was nowhere to be found. Nigeria government is not in possession of it, or those who abducted him, they are not in possession of it. And when I finish say this, you make your inquiries. They are not. What does that show you? Consciously, I know that this is going to happen. And therefore, I will give them what I want them to know. That is exactly the reason why the phone they got with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was just like a normal everyday phone, not even a phone that is connected to IPOB struggle or whatever. Are you paying attention? That was the phone they got from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not want alarm to be raised, because if alarm was raised, Biafran people, loss of freedom are very, very emotional. They might spoil the plan. But the most important thing was everything was planned as long as they are going to keep him alive. As long as they are going to keep him alive, they will be indicting and incriminating themselves. I know that so many of you does not know that this move they made by Nigeria government of abducting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you believe that it is just ending in social media. It is not. There are processes that is going on, even those processes that is going in Nigeria, in everywhere, even in international community. But those process, it will take time to adjust for the results to come out, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew these things and he made sure that Nigeria government will not see any reason or any way. I kidnap you. Let me just play a kidnapper right now. I kidnap you, or then you tell me, okay, I consciously made myself available. Let me make myself a victim instead. I consciously made myself available for you to kidnap me, right? Or for you to take me, hoping that you will arrest me, not kidnap me, right? I made myself available. You took me, claim you are security operatives. By the time you realize that this person we took is being tracked, or people have information about what happening, and he is consciously aware that we are coming for him. What we need to do, we can torture him as long as he's alive, even if alive in two pieces. It does not matter as long as we don't kill him. That was the conscious decisions that those kidnappers made, because their cover is already blown on arrival. So that was now, if you were told that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by KANUNTA, which you claim that he knew about the kidnapping for 8 days, if you were informed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been kidnapped in Kenya or captured in Kenya, do you know what the IPOB's family are going to do in Kenya? They are going to use emotionally cause a problem. There is something you should understand about when you are dealing with this type of people from Nigeria and their criminals. You should understand that they are also using diplomacy. They will always have a plan B. If our cover is blown, make sure he stays alive. Knowing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu planned what he himself, what is going to happen, he made provisions for what is going to happen, ready for them to take place. Why do you think that whoever that knows about it will go and expose it to the Biafrans, that they will emotionally maybe invade wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kept, or the people who took him, or cause a curse in Kenya that might even take the life of many people, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu consciously knew what he was doing? So now, the reason why KANUNTA Kanu did not tell you or raise alarm that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being abducted or is being kidnapped is because whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got into in Kenya, he knew and he saw it coming, and he didn't want to avoid it, because he knows that it is going to bring a significant result to this struggle. That was the reason why you heard, I don't know if it was a rumor, where Lai Mohammed said that Mazi Kanu set them up with his abduction or his arrest, however he may put it. So, the reason why I am telling you this is not because I'm supposed to be the one in position. The way I am seeing things, I cannot hold on anymore. Things are hand. Damages are being made. Gullible people are giving up on the struggle, while the significant people are coming into struggle. Prior to the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, many significant men have joined the struggle ever since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken, including some of your politicians in Nigeria, in Biafra land. They are paying attention now. They are paying attention now. And if you knew about this information, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being captured, you were going to blow the cover. I'll inform you Nnamdi Kanu does not want a sympathy from any Janjaweed supporters who are claiming that they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released. He does not want a sympathy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in a hurry to come out of DSS dungeon. Now I have understood the reason why when there was a chaos where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out from the dungeon, he was not happy. I'm telling you about the vision I had. When he came out in the middle of a chaos, he was not happy. I've been asking myself what is the reason why that happened in my vision. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not want you doing anything that he does not ask you to do for him to be released. Because he knows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not want to be released only unconditionally from the SS dungeon. If you are not aware, you'll be aware of that. And that is the reason why whenever the legal counsel comes on, they tell you that he is a spirit. I am giving you a very vital secret info that you cannot just get from a public domain. So he does not want to be just released. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to be released with Biafra flag. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, either he is released with Biafran flag or he is released with an arrangement which will state, which is going to promote more of what he is fighting for. Because he is holding Nigerian government in their prick. That's where he is holding right now. You believe that what is happening is not pinching Nigeria government. Hold it there. Do you believe it's not pinching them? It is pinching them very, very slowly. He is a bone that is stuck here. Swallow it, problem. Spit it out, problem. Do you think that if you go to DSS custody and break the door, do you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out? He wouldn't. He will follow this process and follow this process to the end of this process. This process is going to be followed legally without intercepting any process. He wants this process to be followed legally according to its jurisdiction. If this process is not being heard in Nigeria, because Nnamdi Kanu is not ready to just be released and say bye-bye, just like the way they are doing in Enugu, they tell you that the IPOB, the court has discharged them and acquitted them of all the did against them. No, the Kanu does not want to be discharged and acquitted of all the charges just like that. He is a prison conscience. The world is aware of that. He is a prisoner of conscience to come out when he knows that Nigeria government is willing to hand him over what he is asking of them. All these people coming to tell you Nnamdi Kanu is not going to be released. Nnamdi Kanu is those people from the Janjaweed from the north. You should understand that they are empty vessels who makes a lot of noise. They have discovered the demand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even in the DSS dungeon. Yeah, we had a little bit of interruption there, but we are back. So, like as I was saying, those Janjaweed from the north who claim that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is their problem, those Janjaweed who comes and say the elders went to the demand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release, and they say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't be released. They are actually using a reverse psychology on you. Do you know why? Because they already knew that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu demand, you know, they already knew his demand, even in the DSS custody, where they placed him incommunicado. He is still making his demand, and his demand is loud and clear to them. He is uncompromisable. That is what is pissing all these people off. And that is what the reason why you heard some of them saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set them up with his abduction. So, answering these questions which you have asked every day, regardless of who is asking these questions, I got this question from Nnamdi Kanu page on Facebook, but I know it is not his original page. Those are the pages that people are creating. So that is where I got this question. Who knew about the 8 days the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 8 days? The quietness of whoever that you know that knows about it is part of the plan, was part of the plan. And that is the reason why that person did not even come to start arguing with you, or start trying to clear his name, because he see it as it is not important. Those who are doing the right thing, they don't even actually, they don't have time to come and clear their name. And I will tell you the reason why I went and dug deep. If you remember vividly, I was part of those people who are promoting and against the formation of DOS. I was part of those people who is promoting and against the formation of DOS. I was preaching sit at home, Monday sit at home. When I went offline, I was digging deep. That was the reason why I went offline for some time. I want to know, because I am very, very decolonized. I am decolonized. I can never be moved by, by flashy things. I can never be moved by what I see. I need to discover the authenticity of what I have seen. And before I went offline, I told you I was in between, because the reason why I told you I was in between, because I want to discover exactly the God that I need to serve. And that I have discovered it now. And for the first time, I am going to make it categorically clear to you. At the end of this program, if you pay very, very good attention to this program. So I have answered your number 3 question, and you need to ask yourself, where was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya for 1 month? And nothing happened for 1 month. So how come the DOS, number 4 question, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family didn't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was missing for 8 days? That I must answer you, and I must tell you that DOS did not know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was missing from the beginning. They, even though they knew before everybody else, they later knew before everybody else. But except Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu only stated his whereabouts to his family. To his family. Not all his family members, to his trusted family members. That was the reason why some of them knew when the incident took place, and they were directed not to raise alarm. And that is the reason why they did not raise an alarm. Okay, those of you who are saying that KANUNTA is not, his hands is not clean, or he is a culprit, or he is mastermind behind the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I have a very, very important and very simple question for you. I have a very, very important and very simple question for you. You blame KANUNTA for being in cahoot with Nigeria government in kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Is it not the same KANUNTA? Let me show you this picture. Because while I am telling you this picture is supposed to also tell you, is this not KANUNTA in court with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Let's play devil's advocate here, right? This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is KANUNTA, who is the criminal who kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to you, or according to those of you who want to use this claim to sell or to deceive more gullible people. This is KANUNTA next to his brother, whom he sold out, or whom he helped Nigeria government to kidnap in Kenya. This is two of them together. And this KANUNTA visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon. Did you hear or did you receive any information where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, I do not want KANUNTA to visit me or to come closer to me because I don't trust him? If this guy, sold his brother out, do you think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will allow him to be next to him or to visit him in court? The question you need to be asking yourself. That is a very, very important question that you need to keep asking yourself while you are making your own claims without evidence. How come the DOS and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family were not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was missing? The DOS, according to the information I gathered, the DOS was not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya. Are you paying attention? Do you know there are things in this struggle? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has his own things that he need to do. Leaving few people, very, very few people, which he knows that he can. Few people, someone like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife and some of his family members, to know that this is the mission that I am embarking on. Therefore, this mission that I am embarking on, this is the result of this mission, and this is what I want you to do for me. And command and control. That is it. And they will not hesitate to do it the way he issued the directive. This is the man that you said that he sold his brother. He is next to the brother which he sold without the brother complaining. That is number one prima facie that you need to observe in this picture and in all the pictures that you have found around these two together prior to the kidnap. So the DOS was not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya, or was not aware of the whereabouts of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not give the DOS information of every of his whereabouts. He only gives DOS information if he is coming to Japan to do a program that is going to be, it is not as if, okay, let me put it this way. If he is going to Japan for a program to address IPOB in Japan, he is going to let the DOS members who is in Japan to receive him, because they will be the one to receive him in Japan, because he is coming to do something that can be published in a public domain, right? So the DOS was not aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was even in Kenya. That's why even some of the DOS members believe that when they heard it, they thought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken from Europe. Those people that you are claiming that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, they never knew whereabouts of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not tell them, other than the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and some of his family members. He does not tell anybody every move that he makes. He does not. He has his own personal things to do. He has his own confidential things to meet up with that he does not hold. And just because he's a leader of indigenous people of Biafra and he created a structure called DOS does not mean that DOS knows when he leaves his house, when he eats food, when he goes to the toilet, or when he moved from Europe to Japan. They do not know those. Meanwhile, DOS are scattered places. They are not in one place. So that's exactly the reason why that for you to say DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you need to present your evidence. Because according to the one I have, DOS, they are very small. They are they are actually on the back list of those who will ever think of it or who even know the route, to get to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is not a fool. He is not a fool. Remember that this struggle you see is a mandate that the mantle fell on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after Ojukwu and Owazurike. Okay, Owazurike was I don't know where I will put him in this struggle, or how I will maybe I can't, let's just sideline it there. But the mantle fall on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a mandate from Chukwuokike Abiama, which the mantle fell on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the guidelines of this mantle that fell to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only man who knows those guidelines 100%. Nobody else. Maybe the family members might know 75%. Maybe the wife might know, I don't know, maybe 100%. Or maybe 75%, because it is a calling. It is a mandate. It keeps coming. The wisdom keeps coming. There is a time you will get to. They say change of plan. The spirit that guides him will tell him change of plan. That is the reason why no one will be able to give account of what next or in the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 100%. No one except him. Am I communicating to somebody? I hope I am. So let's go to number 5 question. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was betrayed by Simon Ekpenele and co, and some people claim, then why didn't Kanunta raise alarm? Whoever that asked this question here, believe you me, this question, I don't think I am going to give you a straight answer to this question, because I believe that I have given you answer to, okay, because you included Kanunta Kanu here again. I believe I have given you some of the information about what transpired in Kenya and the reason why alarm was not raised. So I don't think this question is, I am not in here tonight, to give you a direct, opinion or call. I am not yet ready to call anybody's name and tell you about that person. We will get to that. I have answered even number 5 question. Let me see if I have answered number 6 question. Why has the DOS been acting lukewarm over the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and who is the supreme leader of the movement? And I will answer that. I haven't answered that. Number 1 reason why the DOS is acting lukewarm in our eyes, because I wouldn't say in your eyes, because it was at some point, it was also acting lukewarm in my own eyes until I now gathered my prima facie. Now, the reason why the DOS is acting lukewarm in our eyes is because, number 1, there is no way a governor of Anambra State is going to start, carrying himself to be the president, even if the president of Nigeria is not there, senators are not there, the House of Assemblies are not there. There is no way a governor of a state will go and start being an acting president. It is an illustration that I am giving you. Is there any way where a governor of a state will go and start acting president in any circumstances? Is it possible? That is a question that you need to start asking yourself. And then after this governor is, has his own jurisdiction. His own jurisdiction is the state, while the president's jurisdiction is the whole country, right? So I am going to give you this answer, maybe with a question, after I must have cleared to you the structure of DOS, what and how it receives its own information, how it processes its information, and how it digests its information and decisions that they make. Number 1, you should understand that the DOS is not made of one person, not 2 persons, not 3 persons, not 4 persons. DOS are made up of different people from different background. The DOS is under a structure led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they have their own limitation, and their only limitation is the order coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which you know generally as command and control. Are you paying attention? Which you generally know as command and control. The reason why the DOS is acting lukewarm in this abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in your eyes and in my eyes, all this while, but not anymore in my eyes, is number one, the DOS is under command and control. As long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive and breathing and is able to communicate, DOS is still under command and control. That is how the structure was created. There is no place in their memo that states, in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still able to make some decisions, is still able to make some, communications, that the DOS should ignore his order and carry everything on their own shoulder. There is no way it is written. Rather, if anything have to happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is impossible, the DOS will now make some decisions such as those which you are expecting them to make, while the person who laid the structure and called this structure, they must be under command and control chain. If DOS make any decision on their own, that means they are going against the order of the man who has this mandate. So whatever you see DOS is doing is the command given to them by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever you have seen us, we have, been arguing, saying no, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not doing it this way. A DOS is not doing it right. DOS is lukewarm, which I was one of the people who, lamented on that until I become exposed to the truth. I've been hearing some of this truth from those who are fighting to protect DOS, but I did not believe it until I hear it from my most trusted ally that, is very, very close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And meanwhile, congratulations, I got his consent to post his information to my page. And the reason why he agreed to post his information is, number one, is because those of you who still believe that the DOS is not doing the right thing may invite him, to your platform to maybe enlighten you more than I am doing. Because what I am passing to you right now is most of the information I got from him. Like I told you, he is a person who can pick up a phone and call Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and he will pick up the phone and answer him. He is the person who can pick up a phone and call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will answer him. And by the profile I'm going to prove, I'm going to, get the one that will at least present to you, the truth, or that will give you a little bit of evidence to what I am saying. I am going to present it right in front of this screen, but only after I am done with what I am the questions that you are asking, which I am answering. So that is the exact same reason why the DOS seems like they are acting lukewarm. Because remember, from the beginning, if you paid attention to my message from the beginning, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knew that this day like this will come, and he made plan for a day like this to come, and he knows how to control it from even where he is. That the DOS should only be subjected to do so much, which they are doing right now. The rest of the things that is going to be done will be done from underground. And without knowing, we have been sabotaging what the DOS was doing, and we have been sabotaging. I am one of them who was sabotaging the command given by the order given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I was one of those who was actually sabotaging the order being given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the reason why I accepted my mistake is because I am someone who accepts my mistakes, regardless of which position is going to put me. Social media, does not put food on my table. And social media is not one. The reason why I came to social media is because I am decolonized. I want to help our people to decolonize. Before I got introduced to Biafran struggle, now I want to help our people decolonize while we are in this struggle. So that is the reason why I am going to tell you nothing but the truth. I was one of them who was sabotaging the order given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the DOS. Because I sincerely expected DOS to be more open. But I did not understand it this way until I dig deeper. And I know that you are also, some of you are doing this because you are not informed, you do not know. Because some of you are doing this because you were brainwashed. I did not fall a victim of sabotaging what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing because I was brainwashed. I was just doing it because I knew what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can do in a situations like this. But what I did not know was that this was a planned situation which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has, the plans, how it is going to go until the end of it, which everything unfold when the time is right. The DOS issued sit at home. You know why? Because they want to show to this Biafran elite, those politicians in the east, in the south, that even if they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where they are holding him, they should also understand that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to do when you are not holding him, while you are holding him, it can still be done. To make it clear to them that that order which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can give when he is a free man, he can still give it when he is not a free man. That was the message. And the message received, and the DOS canceled the sit at home. With the order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they canceled the sit at home. They did not do it with their own power. Even most of them that is in DOS argued before, argued that message of to cancel the sit at home. They argued why should they cancel the sit at home. Most of them argued it before they were able to know that yet this message is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they always have how they communicate in order to make sure that the message is authentic. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a stupid man. He is a very, very wise man, plus the divine mandate given to him. Therefore, he made, do you know what is called a contingency plan that will be able to, guide everything that he's doing, both when he is there, both when he is not there. He made a contingency plan. He put them in place, and they are actually being activated according to when their time is right. That is exactly what is going on. So I continue. That is the reason why you're saying that the DOS is acting lukewarm. So I was actually saying that too. But when you know that you are wrong, the most important thing you need to do is to apologize, and life moves on. I am not an ignorant fool that I know that I am doing the wrong thing because I know this wrong thing that I'm doing is paying off. Then I continue doing it. When I am not that ignorant that I discovered that what I was doing, I was actually doing what is against the plans that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in place before he allowed himself to be seen by this Janjaweed government who took him from Kenya believing they have arrived. But now I have discovered, now I know that I have made a mistake, and I apologize to Biafrans all over the world. All this while I've been preaching sit at home against the order of the DOS. I was preaching sit at home against the order of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well. Not consciously, but I was doing it emotionally because of I was emotional. And being emotional on a normal circumstances, I know that such things that I was doing plays a significant role in this type of situation. But this situation is not a normal circumstances. Do you know why? Nigeria is a lawless country. Nigeria is a banana republic. Nigeria does not have judiciary. Nigeria, they do things in their own way. They do things off the book at any time. That is the reason why they are picking activists from the airport, from the street, picking them, placing them in their dungeon, without having any evidence to tag or anything to prosecute them about. That's why after 5 years, they will tell you they have been discharged and acquitted. You believe that this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want. That is not what he want. I am apologizing openly to Biafra, to DOS, that whatever order given by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which I have violated, but not consciously, I apologize for that, because now I am exposed to the truth behind this shenanigan that has been happening. And when I was advocating for that, I was genuinely advocating, hoping that civil disobedience is the best way to release a prisoner of conscience or political prisoner, which is true. But in this situation, it is not needed because the person who is leading this movement is very, very aware of what is to come, or what he knows what he is expecting at the end of this reign. Why am I, why should I, you know, breach the plan just because of me being emotional? So I want everybody who was actually preaching like me, who was actually, you know, preaching against the order given by Mazi Nnamdi unknowingly. I want you to come out of it. I know so many of you might think that I have been placed on a payroll by DOS. And I must be honest with you, DOS, I don't even know who in the DOS will be able to place me on a payroll to come to the media, to come and start giving you a fraudulent information. I have not seen anybody within this struggle who will be able to place me on a payroll. You know, for me to come and be compromised and be moved by things that does not exist. No one. No one. I don't think so. So, what I am saying now, I am saying a truth and nothing but the truth. And I stand, you know, under oath of Chukwokika Abiyama to tell you that what I am telling you is the truth. And that is the reason why I am apologizing. And I want you to do the same. Those of you who were unconsciously ignorant and doing something that is sabotaging these plans, this contingency plan put in place by Mazi Nnamdi, which is, you know, which is piloting this thing that is happening this rainy season. I want you also to do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Because I am going to, you know, try to give you from now until Friday to do your due diligence to and understand that we were misleading the struggle. So therefore, we need to come back into the struggle. If you are genuinely fighting for freedom for children of Chukwokika Abiyama, if you are genuinely fighting for Biafra, we have gone astray. Therefore, we need to, you know the truth. Because the Bible says we shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. That is the reason why I am telling you, let us deviate from sabotaging what the plans put in place by Mazi Nnamdi, because I am already out of it. Does not mean that I will not still suggest things that will make, the struggle to promote the struggle one way or the other, like my hashtag revolution. Hashtag revolution. I'm calling for the whole Nigeria to join that hashtag revolution. I am not only calling Biafrans from the 5 states which you are sitting at home. Is that not? When you think of it, When we were promoting sit at home, it was only the 5 states sitting at home. Is that not a cheating? No, tell yourself that. Is that not a cheating? It is indeed a very big cheating to those people. There are people who depend on selling sachet water to survive. But the reason why I was promoting it, I thought I thought that this was uncalled for situation. But apparently, it was a conscious decision that Mazi Nnamdi made, that he want to show the world what a banana republic Nigeria government is. That's what he want to show the world. And he is winning. He is succeeding. Thanks to Almighty Chukwu Kabiama. So let us continue. Like I said before, if you have a question, you can write it on the comment section. I am going to read it. I am going to answer it to you. If you have a question, you can direct it on the comment section. I am going to read it and I am going to answer it to you. I am not here to point fingers at anybody today. The day will come when I am going to start pointing fingers at people, maybe from Friday upwards. I will start pointing fingers at people with evidence. I will start pointing fingers and telling you exactly those who are using the name of this struggle consciously, for their own selfish benefit. But for today, I am doing what is called exposition of truth. I am doing what is called enlightenment. I am doing what is called speak the truth to shame the enemy. That is exactly what I am doing in a very, very common language. And I hope you are understanding it. So, back to answering this question. I believe I have answered number 7. Why has DOS never called for a revolution which is in line with the teaching of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? DOS is under command and control. And I am coming back there with the message sent to by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday. Actually, let me quickly go to touch base with that message and read it out so that you will also understand the reason why when I tell you DOS is still under command and control, you will understand it. Let me read that message that was sent by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday through is a day before yesterday. Was it on Monday? Through the legal council. And I am going to read it exactly from this point where concerns what I am telling you tonight. Onyendu continues to express his profound gratitude. This is as it is written by the legal council. Onyendu continues to express his profound gratitude to millions of his teaming followers who have remained focused on the cause and who have operated within the guidelines he has long established. The guidelines he has long established. He deeply appreciates the conduct of all those of his followers who have remained peaceful. Are you paying attention? Peaceful. peaceful, who have remained, who his followers who have remained peaceful even in the face of intimidating odds. Are you following? You will use your tongue to count your teeth. Who are those who remain peaceful even in the face of the intimidating odds? He encourages them not to despair or relent. You know, he encourages them not to despair or relent. Those who remained peaceful. Do you know who are those he is sending these messages to? He is sending these messages to those of you who still listen to Radio Biafra. He is sending these messages, those who remain peaceful. He is sending these messages to those who still believe in the structure made by him in the IPOB. He is sending these messages to those who are leading the DOS, who remain peaceful. Someone in the likes of Chika Edoziem, who remain peaceful against all odds. He never come out to start saying this person do this or start, he never come out. He remained peaceful. And I respect him for that. So, as for those who have taken the wrong route of destroying Onyendu's legacy, Onyendu now regards such people as rebel or turncoat or a turncoat. He expresses his deep disappointment and resentment at their despicable deeds. Are you paying attention? This class of persons include those who desecrate his command and control policy. Who desecrate his command and control policy. I was one of these victims. I was one of them. But I am coming clean right now. Onyendu is it act at their conduct, particularly, I don't know, act at their conduct. He is particularly very, very upset with their conduct. He detests their conduct. Those who are doing what I was doing before. Number one thing is to believe that you are doing the right thing genuinely while you are doing the wrong thing. Even though, when you discover that you are doing the wrong thing and you continue doing it because you don't want people to woo you just because you have discovered it, that is called ignorant. And my people perish because of lack of knowledge, and my people also perish because of their ignorance. That ignorant and ego, ego, you can even call ego. Sometimes your ego becomes ignorant because I have started this. I cannot, let myself down because I have gone this far. No. What we are doing is more spiritual than physical. Tell yourself that what you did, at least you did it, and it is, just say it as it is the mandate given to you by Chukwu Okike Abiama by that time, but now I have discovered the mandate I should follow. Life goes on. You repent from your mistakes. I will not call it a sin because you did not know. But now, repent from your mistake. You know, when it becomes a sin is when you are when it is a sin actually, but when it becomes a sin against the Holy Spirit, because there is difference between a sin against a sin against human being, a sin against your body, from a sin against the Holy Spirit of God. When you discover the truth and you still being ignorant and you ignore the truth, that is when you are committing a sin against the Holy Spirit. And those who know this, who know the truth, will be judged by the truth. Those who are ignorant will be judged in their ignorance. Bear that in mind. So let me continue what the message from Mazi Nnamdi. Further, he could not hold back his anger at the activities of deviant of further, he could not hold back his anger at the activities of the deviant to the cause whose main preoccupation is to perpetrate is the perpetration of the mischiefs that is targeted as at setting back the gains that have been recorded thus far. Are you paying attention? If you remember or record what I told you initially, that what from the prior to the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi until now, there was a contingency plan to manage this situation, which is unfolding at its right time. Now read this paragraph, which says, further, he could not hold back his anger at the activities of deviant to the cause whose main preoccupation is the perpetration of mischief that is targeted at setting back the gains that have been recorded thus far. Do you understand it? Onyendu condemns the activities of such deviants completely. He regards them as moles among his followers and assures them that their designs will soon catch up with them. Onyendu has also urged his followers to exercise caution and restraint in all their undertaking. He harps on the need for his followers to be civil. You know, he advised all of us to be civil. You know, that is the message. He wants all of us to be civil. That is the message. So now coming back to that question, which I already answered, which took me to this place where I read now in the latest message brought to you by Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi, which why has the DOS never called for a revolution, which is in line with the teaching of Mazi Nnamdi? Revolution from the DOS or from IPOB, is not part of their jurisdiction for now. That is number one. Until the order is given by Mazi Nnamdi, even though we are, suggesting for that revolution to take place. So that is also the reason why it seems like DOS is acting lukewarm. Why did the DOS suspend Nelly, the accuser, while allowing Nnenayanya, the accused, to continue in her role without investigation? Some of these information are the information that you will receive from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you know the position Nelly used to occupy when she joined IPOB, and when she is working with IPOB with all her heart, she is indeed, and I cannot take it from her, he was one of the biggest supporters and the donor of IPOB. And then that is the same reason why you hear people saying to those who say they have stayed in the struggle since 13 years, how much have they contributed? You know, because they are with Nelly. You know, there are some things you cannot take away from someone, but there are some things you cannot cease to ask yourself, what was their agenda towards doing what they are doing for the struggle? Those are the questions you must not cease from asking yourself all the time about those who preach Biafra. So, why they suspended Nelly and the accuser while following Nayanya? Number one thing, you will also see the reason why Nelly, you know, when you see what Nelly is doing, you should understand that Nelly deserves to be suspended. Number one is that Nelly chose to start promoting Idu Nation, calling the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without evidence a criminal. There are many things that's supposed to make Nelly to be suspended. There are many things that will back up the suspension given to Nelly, and those things you can see it happening. So, all those things that she is doing, she deserves a suspension. He is not, sacked. She is suspended until further notice. There is difference between suspension and being sacked from IPOB. Are you paying attention? For those of you who do not understand. And meanwhile, those who were accusing Nnayanya is not actually, the criminal that you portray her to be. Are you paying attention? She is not actually the criminal that you're portraying her to be. That is the reason why Nnayanya is still working under the DOS. So, why did the DOS... Okay. Why did the DOS announce those who are not involved in the kidnap? They announced those who they believe they are not involved in the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because a lot of dust was raised. So they made their own investigation. They conducted their own investigation. And the investigation was, the result of investigation came with probably with a limitation. Tell them that those people are innocent. But they were not giving up, the names of those who you believe that they are not innocent. At the end of this, you might be shocked. At the end of this reign, you might be shocked. Remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us to always stand on the side of the truth, and that's why we need answer to this question. The only structure we must fight to maintain in IPOB is the truth, and the truth is the IPOB structure. Let no one deceive you with false command and control. Whoever that wrote this, they did not write their name, but if my, you know, but I have my own suspicion of the person who write this, which I am going to dig deeper until I find out who wrote this. Because whoever that wrote this, I believe I have answered your question. And it is up to you to do the right thing now. I know that you might not take it from me because you believe that this guy, who is this guy? You might not take it from me because you don't understand who is this guy whom you don't understand his accent. You might not take it from me because you might undermine the truth. But that is by the way. You might not take it from me, but remember what I am here to tell you is that this guy that is telling you this, that you are not willing to take it from him, this same guy is going to expose you. You know, when I am doing this program and then you believe that people are not watching, the reason why I don't worry when I am doing the program, even if it is one person watching this program, I know and I am very, very much aware that they are the people this message is going to. They are significant people for this message. And that this message will be indirectly heard from different platforms. You might not recognize where it is coming from, but that is by the way. I am nobody according to you, giving you this exposure, giving you this message, but you will remember, you will recognize that I am somebody when this keep happening, because you know, like I told you, I do not accuse people without evidence. I do not accuse people without evidence, but I am going to keep breaking it down, because when you want to, you know, feed a person who is been hungry for a very long time, you need to start feeding them light food. You need to start feeding them light food. Those who are ignorant and those who are gullible, who are not, you know, who will not even understand my message tonight, who will detect me for my message tonight, that is how I am coming out. By the time I am done coming out, because my message is quite different from other people's message, that's why my message will bite you without you knowing. My message is going to hunt you without you knowing. Do you know why? Because my message is very, very pure and truthful. That is the reason why I am confidently giving you this message. That is the reason why I am giving you this message. Someone said that my tie, your tie and shirt is wrong color. It is okay. This is what the only thing that you have discovered that is been happening here. It is a confirmation that the people of this message are also following this message. And thank you for the compliment. And then someone said, thus Simon Ekpa is remaining peaceful while being attacked by all. No problem. That is your own belief, and that is your own, ideology, and that is your truth. It is okay by me. I am not here to know to talk about anybody outside the DOS. Like I told you, I am not going to talk about anything or mention any name of anybody who is outside DOS, who is outside command and control chain, or who is outside the family of Mazi Nnamdi. That is the reason why I cannot maybe talk about this message you wrote here. The right time will come when I'll be able to know if Simon Ekpa is peaceful, is remaining peaceful while being attacked by all. And when I get that information, I am going to present it to you, which will answer your claim. But for now, Simon Ekpa is being remaining peaceful while being attacked by all. So I believe I don't have much messages here or comments here because I am speaking the truth. The truth, most of the time, you pay attention to hear them, you don't comment about the truth. So let me look into some of the things I wrote down if there are things that are supposed to be discussed today. I will look into it. And don't forget, like I said, I am going to present to you the profile of the honorable who gave me this very, very important information, which those who belong to the truth will only hear that truth. And secondly, I will try to call him. I will try to call him to see if he is going to answer. Maybe he will speak to you by himself. You will hear his voice. Wow. 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 You are kind of super boring. Maybe lose the tie and put on a light blue shirt. Thanks for the compliment as well. Thanks for the compliment. I will do so next time. Unfortunately, I'm already here, right? It's not everybody that knows fashion like you. I agree with you. You are better than me in fashion, but for now, take the message and leave this tie. If you love this tie, tell me. I'm gonna package it and send it to you. If you love my tie, I'm gonna package it and send it to you. And I take your advice. Maybe I should look for something that is more matching to my tie, which is the only thing that you are picking up from the message, and which I know that you don't belong to the truth. You are one of these people who are, using the gullible IPOB and making them to do your dirty. But thank you for the compliment again. So I am trying to see if I will get him over the phone. But I am not winning. But I remember he told me to. He gave me the go ahead to publish this information. Let me first upload it to my page. I'm going to upload that screen grab of his social media handle to my page. Then you will get it from there. So if you want to see this man, okay, let me place the picture here first because it's done downloading. Okay, look at this picture. I am going to actually send it to my page where you will be able to zoom it and see it properly. Then you are welcome to contact Mayor Jeff Madokeke, you know, and I believe he's a very, very intelligent and wise man, and that is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is close to him. So let me post it to my page while we are at it. Before we continue, let me post it to my page. You can get that information. You can contact him. You can add him. You can even send him a message. I will plead his indulgence to make sure that he responds to your questions and messages in case if you have one. But those of you who are telling me the color of my tie is not good, I believe if you actually want to invite him to clear you up, for you to ask him questions that might implicate the authenticity of his information, you are welcome to do so, because there is something the Igbo people used to say, that a stomach is not afraid that it comes first. Ojada atuafo owe buluzo. So that is very, very important metaphor. So let me post this thing to the page, if you permit me. I believe I have it here. The network is not that good to load those pictures. Why? Okay, I will not be able to post any media to my page right now until I drop this when I'm done with what I am doing, because I forgot. So after this program, I am going to post his information to my page, and I will make it available if you want to, in case if you want to communicate with him. Oh, I think I can. That's network that was preventing me. Or is still preventing me actually. So okay. Whenever I get opportunity to post it where you will be able to zoom, maybe you zoom it, you see the man in question, and then you can throw your question at him. If you believe that I am a boring person, that my tie is boring you, you can as well, you know, get the information that is not boring from him. So, as I was saying, I am going to post it to my page after this program, but because I can see that it's not loading my media, so I won't be able to post it. So, what am I trying to say? And the message I have given to you today is that if you are a Biafra, if you are a Biafra, and you see Radio Biafra preaching the gospel of freedom, and you leave Radio Biafra, you are not listening to Radio Biafra, and you are telling me that you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are telling me that you love this struggle, you can do anything, you are indeed deceiving yourself. You are a hypocrite. If you are a Biafran, you're telling people not to believe in Radio Biafra, not to listen to Radio Biafra. You are not, fighting for the freedom of this movement. At least if you do not have respect, you should understand that that Radio Biafra is being paid. The license of that Radio Biafra is being paid. And that license, the revenue it must generate for its payment, or the cash flow that goes to Radio Biafra, is when you listen to it. Regardless of whether you like who is preaching on it, as long as they are preaching the exposition or preaching the gospel that needed to be preached in Radio Biafra, even if they are not, for you to make that Radio Biafra, for it to be paying its bill, you must listen to Radio Biafra. You must. If you claim that you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you support what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing, and you are not watching Radio Biafra, you are not doing anything that will benefit this movement and everything created by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You come and tell me you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, you will die for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your God. Mazi, you are a hypocrite. Regardless of anything that is going on, I am that person. If I come to your platform, I use my, personal WhatsApp handle. If you say what is in line, I commend you with my profile. If you say what is out of line, I commend you with my profile. I don't use fake account to come and start commenting rubbish, because I say what I know that I will be able to defend. I do not say what I am not able to defend. If I make a comment in your comment section, you it is a comment that I will still be able to defend in my platform, or whichever claim you make about the comment, I am not scared to defend it. When you are using a fake account to come and try to disrupt what I am doing here, or to kill the spirit of what I am doing here, you are indeed scared of me. You are indeed scared of me, and you are scared of the truth that I am preaching to you. That is the reason why you will use fake account to come to my platform to talk rubbish. Did you get the answer that you need? That is it. If you are using a fake account to come here to tell me something that is contrary to what I am preaching, you are scared of me. And that is the reason why you are using a fake account. That is the reason why it is a fake account. This guy is so obsessed with this my beautiful tie. He's still commenting on my tie, but keep commenting. I think, let me proceed. When I'm done with the program, I will listen to you, because I know you are just trying to, you know, draw my attention away from preaching this gospel, because it's hurting you. I want you to use your real account and come and comment here. If you believe that you're not scared of me or my truth, if you know that what I am preaching here is not the truth, use your real account to come to comment here. I see you are commenting from YouTube. Actually, you're not commenting from Facebook. You are actually commenting from YouTube. So come comment there with your real account. Then maybe I will be able to know that what you are saying, you are genuinely giving me a fashion advice, and I will take it and say thank you to you. So we must continue. We must continue. It is 22 minutes. Sorry, it is 26 minutes on top of the hour, regardless of your place of domicile. And we are live, we are direct in this time of Elohim Chukwokika Biama. We are live and we are direct to expose to you those hidden truths and those truths that is being painted with different colors so that it will be in the benefit of those perpetrators of lies in this. I guess we are cut off for some seconds, but I was changing the network. So I have a lot of things here. Actually, I have a lot of things. I have a lot of questions, and I have a lot of expositions, a lot of evidence here. But these are not something that is that is I'm going to talk about today. These things are not the things that I'm going to talk about today. Some of them I will talk about it tomorrow. Some of them I will talk about it on Friday. The most crucial part of them I will talk about it on Friday, where I will be saying things that you might not like. For those of you who are looking at my tie, I take your advice though. So, but I will talk about these things. A lot of them. But that is by the way. Okay, there is something I picked up. Okay. It is part of something I wrote in my journal. So, because this is a question I ask, if this is a response I receive when I ask a question, did DOS sell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The response I receive, if the DOS sold our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why will the leader still be communicating with the DOS through the lawyer? For labels, if the DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why would so if the DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be sending message through his lawyers to the DOS? I know that so many of who are gullible, who are crazy, or who are, who are already being brainwashed will argue that the legal or the lawyers are also compromised. That is what your argument will be, because the ignorant that is holding a black man on the ground is the ignorant of their, them knowing the truth, but they find always a reason to reject the truth. That is the ignorant that is holding most of our black counterpart on the ground where they are. It is ignorant of, I know this is the truth, but I always find a reason to argue the truth. I always find a reason opposite side of the truth. That is called ignorance. I am telling you the truth. Otherwise, trying to convince yourself that you is otherwise. If Mazi Nnamdi brother is involved in selling of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not allow his brother to visit him in the DSS. So let's take it that some of you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS sold Mazi. If DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was through the same DOS Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issued a directive to say that Simon Ekpa should start broadcasting on Radio Biafra through office. If DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why would he give that message? And that message came to DOS. They published that message to the public domain. They not publish it to the public domain. They did. So if they are your, why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still communicating with them? You need to answer this question yourself. The rest of this, the conclusion is that we are not begging people to trust and believe DOS. You are free actually to follow whoever to follow. The end will justify how much and what you have achieved. So, I am not preaching this. I'm not saying that when I see you following whoever you want to follow, I am going to be against you. But when you speak against DOS, that is where I am going to be against you. Because I will know that you have heard the truth, but you are trying to hide away or shy away from the truth because you are being brainwashed from the other side, or the other side, the truth is going to bust their bubbles. The truth is going to take milk out of their mouth. So that is the reason why I am going to attack you. Attacked the DOS. So that will be the end of my enlightenment towards the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu abduction and you blaming of the DOS and the structure laid by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and yet you say you love him. But I am here to assure you that everything that you have seen, uh, you need to do your due diligence. Do your due diligence, then you will be able to understand that what you are hearing, is not, can even be a perspective, not necessarily the truth. Until you do your due diligence, I will see you again when we are going to discuss this again. I will see you again when you will take that information which I posted on my screen here, which I am going to post it again. You make use of that information. You will be able to. I have pleaded with Mayor so that Mayor will be able to give you a response when you send him a message. He does not usually do that, not have time for that, but I pleaded with him because I media in the media, which is media, which is a real time media. So I know the damages that is happening and the whole world is watching. That is the reason why I pleaded with him. If any of these people send you a message with regards to what, the information that I have received, please try to answer them. My sake, for my sake, try to answer them. He is a good man. He is not a proud man. No matter his position, he is not a proud man. He is a very good man. That is the reason why he will answer you. And for those of you who don't know him, who want to hear from him, if you want to interact with wisdom, call him on your platform. If you are a person who is seeking to know the truth, call him on your platform. You have not seen him on the social media before trying to defend or speak anything. He's not a Facebook or YouTube person. They do their under job and they are doing it very well. So do your due diligence. It's not everybody will be able to disclose the source of their information. For you to know, I have simple interest with what I am doing here. I have a very, very simple interest with what I am doing here with regards to the media, whatever that happens to the media in the media. What I want is the freedom of my people. What I want is the emancipation of children of the Most High. What I want is to decolonize our people from being used, from being exploited, be it by political leaders, be it by the religious leaders, be it by anybody, from being exploited. That will be my greatest joy when I see my African brother, when I see my Biafran brother, will know when someone is looking at him and when someone is spying on him, and when you will be able to use their tongue to count their teeth. That is what I want. When someone will know something is coming by sign, when people will stop wallowing in their ignorance, when someone will emancipate from mental slavery, which make them to be easy to be used by anybody at any given time, and they give in to anything that glitters, which you know that whatever, not everything that glitters that are gold. Even though you hear this every day, you still, get carried away by the things that glitters. You still get carried away by the things that glitters. That is the reason why I'm here. I am not here to fight for any position. I am not here to make myself fame. I am not here, for this to put food on my table. I already have things that put food on my table. I'm pushing more. So I am here to speak the truth, to shame the enemy. I am here to make sure that Africa come out from their shackle of neo-colonialism, to make sure that our Africa come out from them being used by the first world country. As you can see the pictures making round on social media, where you see a white man from Europe coming to Africa to control terrorism. You think it's a joke. You think it's a Photoshop. But you do not understand that all the terrorism practices you see happening in Africa, the mastermind mastermind is from first world country, because they use terrorism to place you, while you are fighting terrorism, they are busy exploiting you. While you are busy fighting terrorism, they will be busy, i- eh, achieving their agenda. They will use terrorism to make you know you can never do without them. That is actually the primary aim of terrorism. They use terrorism to make you believe that you can never lead yourselves. You can never govern yours as a black man. That's why they are bringing terrorism to you. They want to make you believe you cannot do it without them. That after colonialism, you will never ever thrive. You will keep surviving because you cannot govern yourself. To the extent that it will come to a point, average black men will be calling for white men from Europe to come and colonize them again. That is the essence of terrorism. They use also terrorism to capture a territory which they want to capture. That is the reason why they come and sponsor terrorism, using the same black man to kill another black man. A white man will be their midst, mastermind of all these things. At the end of you, to kill your counterpart. They are using you to kill your brother, man. And you are proud. You are proud about it. The way they are using the imposter in Asha Rock, the way they are using Hope Uzodinma, the Supreme Court governor, Dave Umahi, the way they are using these people. They use them to kill the people whom they are supposed to be protecting. It is like using a parent to kill their children. That is what they do to make sure that you will never be able to govern yourself successfully. You will never be able to govern yourself successfully. Therefore, you will believe that everything that is made in the United States is the best. You will believe, that is the reverse psychology. You will believe that everything that is made of Europe is intelligent. Everything that is spoken by a white man from Europe is perfect. Everything that is made from a white man is perfect. You will buy things made in Europe. You don't even check, this is the best. It is the best. It is made in Europe. That is the mindset of most average Africans. And that mindset is the limitation that the average Africans possess. The limitation. When you see a bread branded Africa, when you see a bread branded Biafra, you will not eat it or you will not buy it. Rather, when you see a bread branded Europe, you will rush and buy it. This is the best. It was made by a white man. That is your limitation. It is your limitation. And that is the reason why I am here. To remind you that you are being used. If you are a governor, you are not governing well because you are under one. That is the reason why, they practice a lot of godfatherism in politics in Africa. There is a lot of godfatherism in Africa. Why? Are they practicing godfatherism in America? Are they practicing godfatherism in Europe? It is only in Africa. If I sponsor you, okay, most of the people, you in your country, have you ever asked your government to tell you who sponsors their political campaign? Did you ever care to ask them who sponsors their political campaign? Who made sure that they must be a president? Who are those capitalists? Where are they coming from to that want this person to be a president? Just like the time of Buhari and the time of Goodluck, when Obama from United States issued a concern that, you know, issued a concern. I might not remember exactly what he made in his quote, but he, publicly supported Buhari to be the president of Nigeria. He publicly supported Buhari to be the president of Nigeria. Do you know why? Because they decide who will be there, who will champion their cause, who will promote their agenda to the fullest. When you are sitting in that position and you are doing the right thing, you are automatically enemy to the structure of the country in Africa. That is exactly what is going on. And that is the reason why you should, if you have realized that this is the problem of Africa, you keep preaching it to the young generation that they should not follow the footstep of their older generation, which the footstep is leading them to destruction. A blind that leadeth the blind, you will always only but lead them into a ditch. All the leaders in Africa, most of them are being sponsored by these capitalists from Europe, capitalists from America, capitalists from Arabs, because they will be making sure that they did everything they will do to place this person there. That is called godfatherism. When they place that person there, that person, they have the remote of that person. They will now be controlling that person. That is called the power of neocolonialism. When we talk about neocolonialism, you do not understand that neocolonialism is them using whom is governing you to control you. When the white men arrived in Igbo land, the reason why they started creating all these eze, all these different ezes, they said that Igbo enweze, it's the white men to struggle to, colonize Igbo. But the only way that they could colonize you is to create this eze, kings. They create for you to be under one umbrella of leadership. When you know that, of course, I gave you this leadership. Now, I brought the initiative to give you this leadership. Therefore, this leadership, I will control you while you control them. Because when they see Igbo people, they don't believe in anybody who is a leader. What they believe in is how many yam, how many ban, is it called ban, where you save your yam, because that time you know how many ban, how many yam, or how many ban of yam do you have. That what makes you a rich man in Igbo land, in Biafra land. So who is they call him DG, or who is the master of yam? Those are the respect people. And the same thing, that you still have that characteristics, that whoever that has money, you respect them. Even blindly. You follow them blindly because they have money. These were your characters that time. You don't believe in your king. You don't believe in your king. Igbo enweheze. You don't believe in your king. And the only way that the colonialists figured out that the only way we can control these people is to give them a king first. Give them someone they must believe in. Then we control that person while that person controls them. That is how it is. When they say Igbo is exactly what you see that was happening that time. You believe in those who have the biggest farm of yam farm. You trust them more than your king. You don't give a damn about your king if he doesn't have a big yam farm. That's why when British came, they changed that narrative, give you someone, teach that person how to, how to enforce their leadership on you, that you may start being scared of them. When they are enforcing that person is enforcing you. You are going to be scared until it boils down to have a governor, have a president. Amalgamation was done. All these things. It is a process that they took them so many years. That's why they told you it took them more than 30 years to penetrate Biafra land. Because when they finish talk today, you people, Biafran people, as long as it's not a business of where they will be having more money on their table, they are not interested. So they decided to create all these tunnel kings, Eze, this and that, all these Ezes. When they control them, they control you. From there, it boils down to governor, local government chairman, councillors, to then amalgamation, president, that controls the whole nation. Neo-colonialism. That is their formation, the formation of neo-colonialism. And the reason why it is still affecting us today, it is because we are so ignorant. When we see our history, when your history appear in your curriculum, it will be called a myth. You know why? It is called a myth. Your true history, when it appears in your curriculum, they call it a mythical history, according to myth and legend. That's what they would say. But when you remember, when they capture you, they divide you, they rule you, they write about you, which what they are writing about you are the things that they have implemented about you. They write it, place it in the archives. They begin to show it from your children, your next generation. After they show it your second generation, it becomes your factual history. And after this, when evil things take long, more than a year, it becomes, a culture. So when they finish, all these things, the history they wrote about you, they started, replacing it with your original history. How do they do that? The more they see it, the more they call your original history mythical history. According to myth and legend, they tell you it is a legendary story. You see how for those of you who attended, school back in the days, they tell you it is a legendary story. When they come across the one they have reached, they have, projected for you to learn, they call it your history. They call it your history. That is how they will be going about it, slowly but surely. That legendary story, of course, the next generation is going to scrap legendary story out of their curriculum by themselves. The Europeans did not come there to scrap it, but the principle they laid and the structures they made, put in place, just like Mazi Nnamdi put this principle and structure in place that will be unfolding itself at its right time. So from you are going to be automatically removing the legendary stories with your history, which they called legendary stories, which is mythical story, out of your curriculum. You will be scrapping it yourself. Your government, your department of education, they will be scrapping this history out of your curriculum, replacing the written history about you. And this written history they wrote about you is nothing but a history that started when a white man conquered you. But the ones, if you will not have the opportunity to, to hear the ones that was there before the white man conquered you, which is the real you, and which, if you discover them and accept them, if you discover them and embrace them, you are going to be free from the shackle of neocolonialism. Of course. The same way, do you? Let me give you a good example of this scrapping your history and replacing it with the one they gave to you. Because all the history that, if you go to school now and say, "I am going to read history," dude, you are reading, what you are reading is a mythical history. Is a history given to you by archaeological history. All this archaeological history, I must tell you that the archaeological history is not your original history. It will never make you to decolonize. It will never make you to come out of the neocolonialism. They will tell you this is anthropological history or anthropology. All those things are the written history written by them, projected for you to study it. You will never ever get to know your history. Because if you realize whom you are, which is your history, if you realize what your history is, that is whom you are, and you embrace it, believe you me, you are going to realize that you are indeed the best. They replace your history. They use the benefit of your history for themselves. Then the things that they are facing as their challenge, they brought to you. Something like, when you come into the Western world, women rule the Western world. Women ruled. I'm sorry, I am not trying to undermine the power of a woman. Women are more special, very intelligent, and worthy to rule. But when you realize your history, in Western world, women rule the Western world. That's why when you have a child with a woman, the first, the first choice from their law for the child to be, in the event of separation, is that the child may go to a woman. That the some of the in the case scenario where a father will be struggling just to see the child, they saw this is what we are facing and we need to bring it to these people. They brought it to Africa. Go to South Africa. It is happening there. It is coming slowly but surely. It is taking over in Nigeria. That is the reason why in Europe, if you eventually get a divorce, if you are a rich man, you are going poor. You are going poor. You have seen a lot of it. They know that this is happening. It is not in favor of them. It is slowly but surely, it is coming into your law, coming into your law. When evil takes 1 year, it becomes a culture. It is coming in. Our ancestors were able to marry more than one wives, and they were living in harmony. When they came, they tell you, if you marry more than one wife, it is a sin. They quoted the Bible out of context, that if you marry more than one wife, it is a sin. But the Bible tell you that whoever you defile is your wife. Whoever you defile is your wife, regardless of if you have wife previously. Whoever you defile is your wife. Those Christianity, they started championing it. They made sure they create a platform. They create a platform. What will I call it? a platform that will promote their agenda. That's why they created Christianity. Today, the things of Christianity replace the things of your culture. You know exactly the same way so many people are using the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a name that when people hear it, you know, they appreciate it. Many people will use it, you know, to do some fraudulent, like people who are telling you Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife is not being taken care of. You must donate, 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 donate. That is how it all began. You know, that is how it all began. They create a platform that will start championing their lies. When they promote this lie for the next generation, that next generation will only grasp that lie, and that lie becomes their truth. Believe you me, Christianity quoted everything written in the scripture out of context, which, if we start talking about it, you will be shocked. You see, Christianity and all this religion, that is the reason why there is always exploitation, there is always deceit. In Christian religion, there is exploitation of the people, exploitation of gullibles, fake miracles. In Islamic religion, there is deceit to tell you you must kill an infidel in order to have 500 virgin when you die. That's why you see people committing suicide. In all this platform being created by the colonialist, they will never quote your, your spiritual book according to how it is written. They quoted it out of context. They tell you that those people who did it in the Bible, God was angry with them. They tell you this, they tell you that. You know, they will always find a teaching that will back their evil teaching. Do you know the reason why you pray too much? You have too much churches in Nigeria. You have, if church is supposed to be the best in the world, dog. If you think about it, if churches are helping people, Nigeria is supposed to be the best in the world. But Nigeria have the biggest church, the biggest auditorium, the most fancy, the most beautiful, the most, the most everything that you want to talk about in religion, in churches. They follow it more than the people who brought it to them, But atrocities that you find in Nigeria is bigger than more than the ones that are happening all over the world. Why? But to those are religious people. That is the reason why the Sultan of Sokoto will tell you, no, don't drop your gun, drop your protection, go to church, pray, God will answer you. That are words of colonialism. Go and pray. I pray. You kneel down. You start speaking nonsense that you cannot even explain. And people are buying it. Can I prophesy? Can I do this? Can I do that? You start talking things that does not exist because you want to use it to exploit people. That is the platform of Christianity. Every platform they created it to destroy whom you are, to destroy your original one that God gave to you. The original one that God gave to you. If they never give you, if they never give you Eze, during the time of Solomon, is there something like Eze? Is there something like Eze? What you have is red cap chief. Red cap chiefs. During the time of Solomon, during the time of David, David was Biafran's dad. If you are not aware of it, David was a tribe of Judah. He was a tribe of Judah where Biafra originated. The tribe of Gad is the tribe of Judah. Are you paying attention? So there was nothing like autonomous Igwe, autonomous king, this autonomous, that autonomous. You know, there was nothing like a president. It is only David. He stands as a president of the Israelite, the house of Israelite. People are living their lives. But they came to Igbo land, they came to Biafra land, they came to all these places in Oduduwa land. They create for you. Different people, they mess up the structure which God gave you because they know that the only way they can mess up the structure God gave you, they will first of all, how they operate, they first of all learn the structure. Because they have to learn the structure to know how to use the structure to manipulate the structure. They learn the structure, they learn your culture. Take your culture, they use it to work for themselves. The ones they will be able to understand very well, it works for them. They will bring their own that never worked for them, that is there they have been struggling about. They implement it in your system. It starts working against you. That is the reason why you find in relationship in Africa today insecurity. Our ancestors married more than 1, 2, 3, 4. They were living with harmony. But today you cannot even live with harmony with one in Africa. Have you ever asked yourself what is the reason behind it? Because you like to buy bread made of Europeans. You like to buy bread made of America. You like to buy clothes made of Europeans, clothes made of America. Instead of buying clothes made of Abba, instead of buying clothes made of, within you by your people, you don't have trust on your people. You do not have what is called, self-love. If you have self-love, you support your fellow black business more than make it a first choice before you begin to support other people's business. If you have self-love, love the Lord thy God, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Your neighbor. Bible didn't say love that person. He said love your neighbor. It is a metaphor that you can decode. Your neighbor is the person you speak the same language with. Your neighbor is the same from it is the person from your origin. Like Biafrans, the whole Biafrans is your neighbor. You must love them. You mustn't exploit them. You must not kill them. That is love. That is self-love. Because you do not have that love. That's why you can never be able to love another. Rather, you plan to kill another. The message was clear. But some of you will start saying, love your neighbor. When I have an issue with someone from Europe, you will tell me, no, the Bible says love your neighbor. But when I have issue with someone from my or a Biafra, you will advise me, no, kill him. That guy is taking advantage. Kill him, or maybe find something to eliminate him, make him lose, because that person he think is wise. But when it involves another nation, you compromise. When it involves you, you become whoever you believe that you can be. That is self-hate. You need to come out of it. So what am I trying to say tonight? I am trying to tell you that I am not here in this struggle, for what I am going to benefit from this struggle. I am here in this struggle for what I am going to give you. The knowledge that I'm going to give you. That is what I am here for. And that is the reason why I spoke with this honorable to respond to your message, to your questions. If you believe you want to bring him to your platform to clarify, if you are genuinely, you are genuinely, because of your premonitions, moving away from the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's footstep. You can call him, you may call him, you may send him a message. He is definitely going to respond. He's a man who is also decolonized. Therefore, he does not undermine people. He does not, act like this. Even though he's in a position to act like this, he does not. So that is the reason why I placed this here. I will post it in my timeline, in my page. So, my people, it is time we need to wake up. You see all these things happening in Nigeria. All the prophecy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is happening. The reason why you must wake up, all the prophecies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all his curse about against these evil people, it is happening. Everything he spoke, it is happening. That Aisha Buhari is pregnant. Aisha Buhari is pregnant. But they are telling you that Aisha Buhari has a cancer. Have you ever seen a person that is having cancer and they are glowing? A cancer that has the ability to grow your stomach in this manner. You are still shining. You are still glowing more than ever before. Aisha Buhari, I must prophesy to you. You are having a baby girl. You are having a baby girl. No matter if you can even hide it, you can even do whatever. You are having a baby girl. And you must have gone for a scan. So, that is the shame. That is the shame. Why are you not taking responsibility for your actions? You probably, that's when you discover this, you move to Dubai. You move to Dubai. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was there lamenting. Aisha Buhari, leave Jubril alone. Now the result of the infidelity, or the result of what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been crying for, it's there in the open. You can never cover a pregnancy. You will never. You can actually cover every other thing, but you will never cover a pregnancy. Aisha Buhari, I can assure you, you are not sick with anything. If you are sick with something, that is what you brought upon yourself, actually, by lying to Nigerians with the name of your dead husband, your late husband. So the repercussion, but I know that it is not yet time for your repercussion to come. This is a pregnancy. Look at Aisha's Buhari fingers. It is getting swollen. He is getting swollen because she is pregnant. If this was a cancer, that came to the point of growing your stomach to this level, I don't think you will be fresh. I don't think you will be glowing. I don't think you'll be more if you were beautiful before you more beautiful than you were before. But you can only deceive people. But time shall tell. Time shall tell. But believe you me, look at this picture of her when she was not pregnant. And with your eyes, remove this mask from her face. Remove this mask from her face. Look at her fingers. Look at her fingers. I want you to look at the fingers of this picture where she is wearing a pink. Look at that finger where she is having a ring. You look at that picture. You look at the picture, that same hands or fingers where she's wearing a watch, wearing the same ring. You see the hands are getting swollen because it is a sign of pregnancy. At least if I am blind, if I am not, I don't know about it. I have 3 kids already with my wife. I already know how these things how it works. So look at it. Look at it. Look at it. She is heavily pregnant, and she's pregnant with a baby girl. She's not just pregnant. It's the gender of the child is a girl. That's the worst part of it. That's that because she is not the worst part of it actually. It's just that the part of it that is very, very amazing is that we know the gender of the baby. Aisha Buhari. Aisha Buhari. Nigeria. Islamic people. Nigeria. We are going to live to see all these things and where it is going to go, or where it is going to land. Actually, we are alive and we are in Nigeria. Definitely, we are going to see all this, where it will end up, because what goes up will surely come down when the time is right. When the time is right. But the truth about Nigeria is in a public domain. The truth about the atrocities that is been happening in Nigeria is in a public domain. If it is in a Western world, people are outside of Islamic religion, this is obtainable. This is acceptable. She can do it, but this is Islamic religion. This is Islamic religion, right? So that's why it's becoming cancer. That's why it's becoming cancer. If they can cover a mask, if they can give someone a mask and every Nigeria still believe in it, why would she be pregnant and say it's a cancer? She will be pregnant and call it cancer. Aisha Buhari, the only thing I'm going to tell you is congratulations. 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 If you are sick, sorry for you. If you are really sick, God help you. But if you are not, congratulations. But we are alive. We are going to see all these things where it is going to go. But before then, I am going to close here, leave it here. And God bless you for watching, for hearing the truth. And the truth, we will always bring it to you without fear or favor of anything. And that is my promise from the beginning. And I still remain to maintain that promise. Good night.